Hey, Alan Cowgill here, and I am so excited that your group has asked me to come up and have dinner with you Friday night, this Friday. In fact, there's a picture of at my live event where a handful of us went out and had dinner together. You can see it's a happy group. That's the way you'll be Friday. We're going to have a great time. A little bit about the evening with what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do some training right now. Let's get started. And about private money. And it is the most easiest, best, cheapest, and safest way for you to fund your real estate deals. And what your group has done is something very unique. Is they've asked me to come up early and come in Friday and do dinner and let me teach all about private money. Now the next day we got a workshop which is all about systems. You need to be at both. They are both incredible. They are both desperately needed in this industry. In fact, I look at the systems piece of it. People need that as as much as their business, as much as they need oxygen. So they need systems in their business. It's that important. And private money, you're dead in the water if you don't know how to fund your deals. And why not do it the best, easiest, cheapest, safest way? And let me teach you how to do that. I'm going to show you now a little bit about how I use private money and how you can too. Once you learn the techniques, the foundation of this business is education. And it's so critical to your success. Here's a short sale. A lady called me up and she said, "Are you one of the We Buy Houses guys?" I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "Well, I bought this house 9 months ago from a bank and I've never bothered to make the first payment on it. And for some reason they want it back." Yeah, well, she called me on a Monday. I owned the property by Friday. Ran over, took a look at it. And here's the deal. The bank wanted money by the end of the month, and the end of the month was 5 days away. And so if I wanted the house at the price that she had actually negotiated on this, I had to move quick. And because I've got backing of all cash by private individuals, money for me is just a phone call away. Pick up a phone and money shows up. I bought it in 5 days. I walked out of closing the day I bought it with $17,045. How would you like to make cash the day you buy? We're taught in this business that we make our money when we negotiate the deal, but you don't get the money until you sell the property or if you get it in payments across time, monthly payments. In my world, I get it on both ends. I get it the day I buy and the day I sell. I take out some of the profit up front, and then at the end, I wait and get the bigger chunk. And this deal here, I made $31,945 on. And she did the negotiation for me. What was the catalyst to make it happen? Well, I think it's obvious. The fact that I could pull the trigger. I wasn't begging for money from a bank or hard money lender. I just used private money, private individual. Landlords, I got cookie cutter for you. You buy the property with private money. You fix it with private money. And then you can refinance. If you want to go to a bank and refinance, or if you can actually do this with another private lender, and start doing monthly payments, lower interest rate with that lender. So you can have, lender to buy and then a lender to refi. And then you rent it. It's a cookie cutter. You can build an empire with this with just one or two lenders. Think about that. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, "Hey, Alan, why would somebody loan me money?" Well, I'm going to cover that more in depth than what I've got time right now. But I'll tell you what. You will be amazed at how many people desperately need you. Look at bank CD rates right now. People are hurting. The last time I looked, it was like a 0054. That means $100,000 over a year's period of time, you'd only have $540. That's crazy. You're doing them a favor. You're not begging for money. I want you to get that out of your head. You're asking where else can they get 8% secured by a mortgage? All they have to do is write a check and sit back and wait for a bigger check. It's the American dream. It's virtually no work for them, and you take care of it and you make money. Just imagine the day that you no longer will be begging for money yourself. That's what happens when you have private money. It turns things right side up. The benefits of private lenders, you've got unlimited funds. You cannot get all the money out there in private money. It's gigantic. Speed to buy, I just gave you an illustration where I did it in 5 days. Cash flow, I always borrow extra, which is that contingency money that I borrow. I pulled that $17,000 out of that deal right up front. That's a contingency money. There's no monthly payments if you so desire, or you can do monthly payments. I got 3 ways that I pay my lenders, and I'll let you know what those are Friday. And you get to make the rules, which I love. Now, right now, everybody else is making the rules for you on money. Now, how would you like to be the person making the decision on whether you're going to get the loan or not? No credit checks. It saves you money. You make more money with private money. It's flexible. I pay my lenders on the 15th. I don't know how it is where you're at. It's probably the same as me. Tenants pay late. You got rentals. Well, how about if you pay your mortgage, pay your private lender on the 15th if you are making monthly payments, and you do deals you couldn't do any other way. You get some of your profit when you buy, like I just showed you. It's cheaper than having a partner, and I'll talk more about that at the meeting. I've had a couple partnerships, and they didn't grow up very well. Fund the purchase of defaulted paper, and you got 2 streams of income if you want. Some of my students go out and become a hard money lender. In fact, at one of the meetings that I was at, a gentleman after the meeting was talking to me about him becoming a hard money lender. I want you to think about that. Compelling reasons. I feel it's the best, easiest, cheapest, and safest way to fund your deals, and I will actually go through that with you. It's the best because it puts you in control of your financing. It fits with all types of real estate deals. About 35% of my student base is commercial. You do deals that banks and hard money lenders will refuse. That means you lose. The ability to pull funds to amass millions and no monthly payments. It's the easiest because it's not a lot of work. Let me teach you the techniques one time, and then you can use them for a lifetime. The funds show up with just a phone call. You get an army of lenders begging you to take their money, and you are no longer begging for money after meeting me. It's the cheapest because you avoid hard money lender fees. Now, you could be a hard money lender and use private money to do that. In fact, I spoke to 450 mortgage brokers out in Kansas City a few years back, and it was all about them finding private lenders so that they could get the 5 points that they get. You avoid padded fees. You buy property at a discount because cash is king, and you'll be able to close deals because the most expensive funding you will ever have is when you can't close. Imagine getting all the way to the closing table with a realtor and you can't close. You just took food off their table. You think that realtor's going to want to do business with you? With private money, that didn't happen. You just call up another lender if you get tight. You can quit your job and still get funding. You got poor credit, you can still get funding. You borrow extra so you don't run out of cash, and you can avoid the embarrassment of losing a great deal because you can't close. Private lenders are the catalysts that allow you to take your real estate business to any level that you want. I believe it's important to take a realistic look at your funding option. Banks. If you can get a loan today, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a loan tomorrow. I've heard of banks stopping the closing the day before you are ready to close. You're not in control. The bank is in control. Hard money lender? Yeah, they're incredibly expensive. I'd rather have you be the hard money lender. And you got only one exit strategy. You got to refi the house, sell the house, so you can get them paid back. You're not in control. Lines of credit, there's a limited number of dollars there. They'll cap you on that, and they can jerk the credit line anytime. I'll explain what happened to one of my students on that Friday. Creative financing, well, you're limited to the number of deals and you'll lose out on some of the best deals by dealing with banks and hard money lenders because you don't have access to cash, so you can do the deals that you want to do. And wholesale, I have a safety net. It's called private money. If I get close to losing a wholesale deal because I don't have somebody to buy, I just go ahead and fund it with private money and then wholesale it after the fact. I'll give you an example that Friday. You're limited. How about your cash? Well, you're limited on the number of deals, and you can lose out on some of the best and bigger deals all because you don't have the cash to do that. I'm going to give you a book, an ebook that I sell on Amazon. I'll give it to you for free for showing up at the dinner and being there and taking the time to learn and improve your life and improve your business. So I'm going to give you this ebook. Now, when is it? Well, it's like I said here a couple times, this Friday, 6 o'clock is when it's going to start. There's where it's at. I'm sure you know where it is. If not, Google, and we'll see you there. So I'll be there, and I want to start teaching. So I can't wait. It is going to be a great night. You're going to be enthralled, totally enthralled with what you learned, because it's that amazing. Well, to your wealth. I'll see you there. Be there, and we'll have a great time. It'll be fun. Have something to eat, and get great education.